On this planet, there are places so beautiful that they seem to go beyond everything we believe the world should look like. Formed over millions of years by nature, climate, and time, each region carries a unique beauty that cannot be replicated. From vast, dramatic landscapes to rare moments of quiet harmony, the beauty of Earth exists in countless forms. These destinations captivate not only through their appearance, but also through the geographic, ecological, and cultural value they preserve. Join us on Wonders of Planet, a journey to the most beautiful places on Earth, where natural beauty remains powerful, authentic, and deeply inspiring. Cancun. The name has become a global symbol for paradise beaches, clear turquoise water, and the most luxurious resorts in Mexico. Located in the far east of the Yucatan Peninsula, in Quintana Roo State, Cancun has both the mysterious wild beauty of the ancient Maya civilization and the modern lively spirit of an international tourist center. With wonderful landscapes, rich culture, and unlimited entertainment activities, Cancun wins the hearts of millions of visitors every year and becomes a dream destination on the world travel map. Cancun is located on the Caribbean coast, in the southeast of Mexico. The east side of the city faces the vast sea. The north is the Gulf of Mexico, while the south and west are surrounded by tropical forests and rich wetland ecosystems. The city is about 1,700 kilometers from the capital Mexico City and only a few hours by plane from big cities like Miami, New York, Toronto, or Bogota. The climate of Cancun is typically tropical and humid, with warm sunshine all year round. The average temperature is between 23 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is very ideal for beach tourism. Cancun also has a location near the Mesoamerican Reef System, the second largest coral reef in the world, making this place one of the most famous diving paradises. Cancun has a long history connected with the ancient Maya civilization. More than 1,000 years ago, this place was an important settlement and trade center thanks to its coastal location. Many ruins that still remain, such as El Rey and El Meco, prove the bright presence of the Maya people. During the Spanish colonial period, the Cancun area was forgotten and became only a small, isolated fishing village. A turning point happened in 1970 when the Mexican government decided to invest and develop this place into an international tourist center. From a poor fishing village with only a few hundred residents, Cancun grew into a modern city, welcoming millions of international visitors every year. Today, Cancun keeps the precious Maya heritage and also develops actively as a world paradise resort. The hotel zone is the tourism center of Cancun, stretching about 22 kilometers on a coastal strip in the shape of the number 7. This is the place where hundreds of hotels and resorts gather, from simple to the most luxurious, together with many restaurants, shopping centers, bars, and nightclubs. Visitors coming to Cancun will almost surely set foot in the hotel zone because it is considered the heart of the city. A special point is that most hotels in the area have their own private beaches, giving visitors private spaces to enjoy golden sunshine and blue sea. In addition, the hotel zone also has big shopping centers such as La Isla Shopping Village, where you can buy everything from international brand names to traditional souvenirs. At night, the hotel zone becomes more lively than ever with many famous clubs like Coco Bongo, Mandala, and The City. Places that bring a vibrant party atmosphere until morning. Playa Delfines, also called Dolphin Beach, is one of the most beautiful and famous beaches in Cancun. Different from many beaches inside the hotel area, Playa Delfines is a public beach, open for free to all visitors. This place is special with its long, smooth white sand, turquoise seawater shining under the sunlight, and strong waves that are good for surfing. The beach also has a special highlight, the colorful Cancun sign, where visitors often line up to take pictures and keep memories. From Playa Delfines, you can also look out over the vast Caribbean Sea, and sometimes even see dolphins swimming offshore, just like its name. Isla Mujeres, Island of Women, is only about 20 minutes by ferry from Cancun, but it has a completely different atmosphere. While the hotel zone is noisy and lively, Isla Mujeres is peaceful and wild, suitable for those who want to find relaxation. The island is famous for Playa Norte Beach, which is voted as one of the most beautiful beaches in the world thanks to its crystal clear water and smooth sand. It is also an ideal destination for snorkeling to see coral reefs or swimming with whale sharks in the summer. In addition, the island has Punta Sur Park with stunning cliffs facing the sea, where the statue of the Maya goddess Ixchel is placed, a symbol connected to the island's name. Isla Mujeres also has small fishing villages, where visitors can enjoy fresh seafood and feel the simple daily life of the local people. Although it is not directly in Cancun, Chichen Itza is only about 2 hours by car from the city, and is surely a destination not to be missed when visiting the Yucatan region. This is the most famous archaeological site in Mexico, and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. The highlight of Chichen Itza is the Kukulkan Pyramid, a 30-meter-high structure built by the Maya people more than 1,000 years ago. The architecture of the pyramid is very unique, with each side having 91 steps, plus the top step making 365 steps, symbolizing the days of the year. On the spring equinox and autumn equinox, the sunlight creates the phenomenon of a fire serpent crawling down the steps, showing the excellent astronomy knowledge of the Maya. Besides Kukulkan, this area also has many other structures such as the Temple of the Warriors, the largest ancient ball court in Mesoamerica, and the El Caracol Observatory. A trip to Chichen Itza is not only a sightseeing journey, but also a travel back in time to discover the bright Maya civilization. The Yucatan Peninsula is famous for thousands of cenotes, natural underground wells formed by limestone collapse. Cancun and the surrounding area have many beautiful cenotes, becoming attractive places for visiting and experiences. The cenotes usually have bright blue water, so clear that you can see the bottom, surrounded by stalactites and green trees. Visitors can swim, snorkel, or simply relax in the water. Some famous cenotes near Cancun are Cenote dos Ojos, Gran Cenote, and Iquique, located near Chichen Itza. With their mysterious beauty, the cenotes were once considered by the Maya as sacred places, connecting the world of humans and the gods. Cozumel is a large island off the coast of Cancun, famous for its beautiful beaches and as one of the top diving spots in the world. The island has a rich coral reef ecosystem, attracting thousands of divers every year. In addition, Cozumel is also a favorite stop for many international cruises, making it a busy tourism center. Besides diving, Cozumel has San Gervasio Park, where Maya ruins are kept, the wild Playa Palancar Beach, and small streets full of Mexican colors. Especially, Cozumel is also famous for traditional festivals and local markets filled with native flavors. The charm of Cancun is also in its culture, the mix between Maya legends and the modern spirit of Mexico. The ancient ruins still exist as witnesses of history, while modern life sounds with mariachi music, hot salsa dances, and lively street festivals. The people of Cancun are also an important part of the attraction of this place. They are friendly, hospitable, and always warmly welcome visitors. In addition, the local Maya community still keeps traditions, festivals, and handicrafts, making the identity of Cancun even more unique. Cancun cuisine is a colorful journey of taste. From the fragrant tacos al pastor, the fresh seafood ceviche, the rich Yucatan-style cochinita pibil, to the simple tamales, each dish has its own story. Enjoying them with tequila, mezcal, or margarita, you will fully feel the flavor of Mexico on the Caribbean coast. Cancun is not only a famous tourist city, but also a perfect meeting place of nature, culture, and people. The beauty of Cancun comes from the charming turquoise beaches, the mysterious Maya ruins, the adventurous ecological parks, and the lively nightlife that never stops. The culture here is both ancient and modern. The cuisine is diverse and full of flavors, and the people are sincere and warm. Every trip to Cancun is not only a relaxing holiday on the Caribbean coast, but also a journey of experience, discovery, and full enjoyment of emotions. Cancun deserves to be called the shining pearl of Mexico, a dream destination for millions of travelers around the world, and it will surely leave unforgettable memories in your heart. Egypt, the legendary land between Africa and Asia, is one of the cradles of human civilization. When people think about Egypt, most of them will think of the big pyramids, the mysterious Sphinx, the endless Nile River, or the golden history of the great pharaohs. But Egypt is not only a land with a glorious past, it is also a country with many kinds of beauty, from old heritage to modern life, from rich culture to strange traditions, from the busy Cairo to the quiet Sahara Desert. Today, Egypt has become one of the most attractive places in the world, where visitors can see amazing buildings that are thousands of years old and also enjoy a lively, rich, and colorful life. To explore Egypt is a journey back in time, to return to the old civilization and at the same time to enjoy modern life, where tradition and change mix in a special way. Egypt is in the northeast corner of Africa, with part of its land across the Sinai Peninsula and next to West Asia. This country is between three continents, Asia, Europe, and Africa, so from ancient times it was called the crossroads of civilization. In the north, Egypt is next to the Mediterranean Sea. In the east, it is next to the Red Sea. In the west, it is next to Libya. And in the south, it is next to Sudan. This position made Egypt an important trade bridge in history. Especially the Nile River, the longest river in the world, runs through Egypt from south to north and goes to the Mediterranean Sea. This river gave life, rich soil, and helped to build farming and the old civilization of Egypt. Besides the Nile River, Egypt is also famous for its wide deserts. The Sahara Desert covers most of the land and creates wonderful scenes. Endless sand dunes, green oases, and especially the White Desert, where nature made white limestone rocks that look like another planet. The weather in Egypt is hot and dry, with very hot summers and warm winters. But thanks to the Nile River and canals, people learned how to live there and change the hard land into rich farming for thousands of years. Egypt is one of the greatest cradles of ancient civilization in the world. More than 5,000 years ago, along the Nile River, the ancient Egyptians built a rich society with hieroglyphic writing, big buildings, and special gods and beliefs. The time of the pharaohs left immortal works like the pyramids of Giza, the Great Sphinx, the Karnak Temple, and the Valley of the Kings, all proof of the wisdom and power of this civilization. After that, Egypt had many changes. It was conquered by the Greeks under Alexander the Great, and then became part of the Roman Empire. In the 7th century, the Arabs brought Islam, and Cairo became a bright center of learning and culture. For many centuries after, the country was under the rule of Islamic dynasties, and later it became a colony of Britain at the end of the 19th century. In 1952, the Egyptian Revolution happened, ending the monarchy and starting the modern Republic of Egypt. Since then, Egypt has continued to be a country with big influence in the Middle East and North Africa, keeping its old heritage and joining with the modern world. On the edge of the Sahara Desert, only a few kilometers from the busy capital Cairo, the pyramids of Giza rise high as an immortal proof of the wisdom and the dream for eternity of the ancient Egyptians. The three great pyramids, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, were built from millions of huge stone blocks, each block weighing tons, but placed together with such accuracy that modern science still cannot fully explain. When coming to Giza, visitors not only see the only wonder left from the 7 wonders of the ancient world, but also feel like stepping into a legendary world where holy ceremonies once happened with strong beliefs about eternity and supreme power. In the wide and windy desert, the Great Sphinx appears with a solemn look, its mysterious face quietly guarding the eternal sleep of the pharaohs. This is not only a place to visit, but also a journey back in history, to touch a civilization that made all of humanity admire for thousands of years. Leaving Cairo, the trip to Luxor will open another world, the Valley of the Kings. Quietly lying on the west bank of the Nile River, inside the Rocky Mountains, this valley is the resting place of more than 60 Egyptian pharaohs. The carvings and wall paintings inside the tomb are not only amazingly beautiful, but also carry ideas about the journey to the next world, where the pharaohs believed they would live forever with the gods. When visiting this place, tourists feel like they are entering an underground museum of history and religion, where every wall can tell a story. The most famous tomb is of Tutankhamun, the boy king, with his shining golden treasure that shocked the world when it was found in 1922. If the pyramids of Giza are the symbol of the pharaoh's power, then Karnak and Luxor are the proof of the greatness of religion and spiritual belief in ancient Egypt. Karnak is one of the largest temple complexes in the world, spreading over hundreds of hectares, built to worship the god Amun and many other great gods. When entering the Great Hypostyle Hall, visitors feel like they are walking in a giant stone forest with 134 columns, each almost 20 meters high, with fine carvings that keep stories of myths and the power of the pharaohs. When the sunlight goes through the old columns, the whole place shines like a living temple in time. Not far from Karnak, the Luxor temple appears with beauty and greatness, a place connected to the holy coronation ceremonies of the pharaohs. The statues, columns, and carvings here tell the story of the pharaohs reaching for divine power. The special thing that makes the two temples a holy complex is the Avenue of Sphinxes, several kilometers long, with many Sphinx statues placed on both sides. Walking on this road, visitors feel like they are repeating the steps of the powerful pharaohs on their way to the temple, under the witness of the gods. Going to the south of Egypt, near Lake Nasser, you will see one of the greatest works, the Abu Simbel Temple. Built by Pharaoh Ramses II, the temple is famous for 4 huge statues, each almost 20 meters high, carved directly into the mountain, with a solemn face looking to the sunrise. The most wonderful thing is a rare event of astronomy. Only 2 times each year, on February 22nd and October 22nd, the sunlight goes directly into the holy room inside and shines on the statue of Ramses II and the sun god Ra. This is clear proof of the high level of math and astronomy of the ancient Egyptians. Abu Simbel is not only a temple, but also an immortal statement about the power and wisdom of humanity. If Luxor and Aswan give the feeling of the old Nile Valley, then Alexandria brings to visitors a very different breath, a fine mix between Egyptian civilization and the romance of the Mediterranean. Founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BC, Alexandria was once the pride of humanity, a place that gathered the knowledge and the light of civilization of the ancient world. Alexandria is not only a center of learning, but also has buildings that carry the mark of time. The Kate Fortress stands strong on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea, built on the old base of the Lighthouse of Alexandria, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, like an immortal symbol of endurance. Coming to Alexandria, visitors will not only find a beautiful coastal city, but also feel the echo of a golden time, when this place was the heart of knowledge for all humanity. When people talk about Egypt, they cannot forget Cairo, the 1,000-year-old capital, where the soul of a great civilization meets the busy breath of modern life. This city is like a colorful picture, where old traces stand together with the fast rhythm of life, making a space that is both mysterious and lively. Leaving the museum, visitors will enter Islamic Cairo, a World Heritage Site recognized by UNESCO. This area is like a maze of narrow streets, great religious buildings, and crowded traditional markets. The most famous is the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, also called the Alabaster Mosque, inside the Saladin Citadel. Cairo is not only a city, it is the place where the past and the present meet, the beating heart of all Egypt, holding both the sacred and the lively spirit that few other places can compare with. While Cairo is busy, Aswan gives a very different feeling, peaceful and poetic by the Nile River. This is the place of the Aswan Dam, a modern wonder that controls floods and created Lake Nasser, one of the largest man-made lakes in the world. The most interesting thing is the experience of sitting on a felucca, the traditional Egyptian sailing boat, slowly moving on the Nile when the sun goes down. Aswan is also the gateway to the Nubian region, where you can explore a different culture with colorful houses and friendly people. Egypt does not only have deserts and pyramids, but also has a tropical paradise, the Red Sea. With turquoise water and beautiful coral reefs, this place is perfect for people who love diving and exploring the ocean. Sharm el-Sheikh is famous for its luxury resorts and international conference centers, while Hurghada attracts visitors with its lively atmosphere and endless long beaches. The world under the Red Sea is so rich that it is called a living museum, making everyone who once dives here never forget it. Without the Nile, there would be no Egypt. Thousands of years ago, this river gave fertile soil and supported one of the greatest civilizations of mankind. The ancient Egyptians saw the Nile as a gift from the gods, an endless lifeline. Today, a cruise along the Nile from Luxor to Aswan is an experience not to miss. Sitting on the deck, you can see villages, green fields, and ancient temples appearing like witnesses of time. The Nile is not only a river, it is the soul of the whole nation. Egypt is attractive not only for its famous wonders, but also for its special experiences found only here. It is the feeling of watching sunrise on the Nile, when golden light covers the old temples. It is the moment of riding a camel along the Giza desert, with wind and sand making you feel like going back thousands of years. It is the nights under a sky full of stars, listening to stories of Osiris, Isis, Horus, and feeling the mysterious spiritual world of ancient Egypt. Egyptian culture is a special mix of ancient and modern. For thousands of years, this country has kept the treasures of one of the greatest civilizations in the world. The huge temples, the great pyramids, the fine sculptures, and the mysterious hieroglyphs all show a culture that respected religion, immortality, and knowledge. Today, Egyptian culture continues to live through traditional music, with the lively sound of the darbuka drum, the beautiful belly dance, and the colorful religious and folk festivals. The Nile River is not only the source of life, but also the soul of the culture, where people for many generations have lived, created, and built a great civilization. Egyptian food is simple but very tasty. Koshari is the national dish, with rice, pasta, lentils, and tomato sauce. Ful madams is cooked fava beans, soft and rich. Taramea is the Egyptian falafel, crispy and delicious. Molokhia is a green soup with a special taste. People also enjoy black tea, strong coffee, and fresh sugarcane juice. Together, these foods and drinks bring the flavor of Egypt, simple, warm, and full of the sun and wind of the East. Egypt is not only a travel destination, it is a journey back to the roots of human civilization. Here we see the great pyramids of Giza, the eternal Nile River, and the mysterious temples. Most of all, we meet the warm people who keep their culture alive for thousands of years. Visiting Egypt is like stepping into a world where past and present live together. Every stone, every river, and every dish carries a story. That is why Egypt is called the Land of Wonders, a place that makes everyone fall in love and never forget. Easter Island, also called Rapanui by the local people, is a small island in the big ocean, but it has many mysteries that have interested people for many centuries. This place is famous around the world for the big Moai stone statues, with silent faces and eyes looking at the sea, like people who keep the soul of a culture that was once great. Easter Island is not only a special travel place, it is also a treasure of culture, history, archaeology, and mysteries that nobody can answer. When visitors come to Rapa Nui, they feel like they enter another world where time stops and the past and the present join together in every stone, every wind from the sea, and in the sunset that makes the sky red. Easter Island is in the southeast Pacific Ocean, more than 3,500 kilometers away from the coast of Chile, and it is one of the most isolated places in the world where people live. The island has an area of about 163 square kilometers, and its shape is like a triangle with three big volcanoes, Teravaka, Poaki, and Rano Kau. These three volcanoes made the special land of Easter Island and gave it a beauty that is both wild and grand. The weather here is ocean subtropical, with mild temperature all year, about 20 to 25 degrees Celsius on average. The far and lonely place in the ocean not only makes the island mysterious, but also helps to keep many rare history places, making Easter Island a valuable heritage of people. The history of Easter Island is a song that is both bright and sad. The Polynesian people are believed to have come to live here around the 12th century, bringing farming skills, religion, and traditions from their far homeland. On the land far away in the ocean, they built the Rapanui culture, with the greatest mark being the Moai stone statues, symbols of power, ancestor belief, and the hope to protect the community. But the rich life did not stay forever. Using too many natural resources, fighting between tribes, and the coming of European people in 1722 made the Rapanui society go down fast. Sickness, slave trade, and outside control made the number of people fall very much. At the end of the 19th century, the island became part of Chile. Today, even after many changes, Easter Island is still kept as a special cultural heritage, keeping the marks of glory and the mysteries without answers of a lost culture. If Easter Island is an outdoor museum, then Rano Raraku is the sacred workshop where the Moai statues were born. On this old volcano slope, hundreds of statues lie around, many of them not finished, as if the artists suddenly stopped their work and disappeared into nothing. Some statues only have the face made. Some giant statues are still part of the rock wall, and all of them make people feel that time has stopped for centuries. When you walk in Rano Raraku, you feel that the stone faces are whispering the story of a culture that is gone, both mysterious and powerful. Among the hundreds of stone platforms on the island, Ahu Tongariki is the most impressive place, with 15 big Moai statues standing in a long line, like immortal warriors protecting the land of Rapanui. Each statue is more than 7 meters high and weighs many tons, with the back to the strong Pacific Ocean and the face to the land, as if giving power and blessings to the community. The moment of sunrise at Ahu Tongariki is an experience that you can never forget. When the sun comes up, the light makes the stone faces golden, and the whole space feels holy, making visitors feel like they are seeing an old ceremony come back to life. In the deep blue color of the sea, Anakina looks different, with soft white sand, clear water, and many coconut trees giving shade. But it is not only natural beauty. This place is also part of the legend of the beginning of Easter Island. Hotu Matua, the first Polynesian leader, arrived at this beach to build the Rapanui culture. On the sand, there are still Moai statues standing silent, watching the changes of history. Swimming in Anakina and walking under the Moai, visitors feel like they touch the beginning of a great legend. Rano Kau is the biggest volcano on the island, giving a great and unforgettable view. The crater is more than 1.5 kilometers wide, and inside there is a lake of rainwater covered with green plants, like a separate world outside of time. From the top of Rano Kau, when you look far away, you can see the horizon holding the wide sea and sky, and the old village Orongo standing on the side of the mountain. If you want to feel the daily life of Easter Island, go to Hanga Roa, the only town on the island. Here there is a small port with colorful fishing boats, the Rapanui Church with special local carvings, and the Sebastian Englert Museum that keeps the archaeological treasures of the island. But the most interesting is the people. The people of Hanga Roa are kind and friendly, ready to tell you old legends, invite you to join traditional dances, and let you enjoy fresh seafood. If the Moai are the soul of Rapanui, then Hanga Roa is the heart that beats with life. What makes Easter Island attractive is not only the big Moai statues, but also the many mysteries without answers. How did the Rapanui people move the stones that weigh many tons, and why are many statues buried half of their bodies? The rise and fall of the culture here is also a lesson about the relationship between people and nature. Also, the far and lonely place helps Easter Island keep its own identity. The night sky full of stars is rare to see anywhere else, and the festivals, dances, and Rapanui language are still alive with time, making the island a different world in the wide ocean. The culture of Easter Island is connected with the ancestor belief and the spiritual life of the Rapanui people. The Moai are sacred symbols, representing the ancestors who give blessings and protect the community. This culture is also special with the Rongorongo writing that is still not understood, and with the religious ceremonies like Tangatamanu that show the change of belief. Music, lively dances, and the Tapati Rapanui Festival every year bring bright colors and help the Rapanui tradition stay alive through many generations. The Rapanui people, descendants of Polynesia, are now only about 7,000, and most of them live in Hanga Roa. Even with influence from Chile and from the world, they still keep their language, identity, and pride in their origin. Kind and friendly, they are not only the people of the island, but also the storytellers who help visitors touch the soul of Rapanui. Easter Island, the small island in the Pacific Ocean, has a treasure of history, culture, and mysteries without answers. The Moai statues, standing silent for hundreds of years, are still there like a reminder to people about the greatness and the weakness of cultures. When visitors come to Easter Island, they not only see the beautiful nature and the great old places, but they also live a deep journey to understand people, culture, and the connection between us and nature. It is the place where past, present, and future meet, where every stone and every story makes us think. Easter Island is not only a travel place, but also a heritage of all people that should be respected, kept, and explored forever.